So I wanted to make an update on a previous video from a few weeks ago. It was on hypomania, and I think I called it something like my meaningless existence, which was pretty much because it correlated with how the hypomania presented. A diagnosis or an update, I don't precisely have one. Partly because they don't want to give me one. Partly because I have so many diagnoses already. I have like a list of like 11 of them apparently in my file, and it's kind of embarrassingly long. So they're going to pretty much deal with the symptoms of it, which is pretty much mania and hypomania, or a mixed episode or whatever it was. And the theory is that it's possible that it was dissociation from trauma. So it is possible that it was I think they're trying to look at it from a few different angles and trying to match it to something that I already have as a diagnosis of PTSD or CPTSD. So by doing that, they're kind of not putting another diagnosis on the list, and they're trying to, yeah, like I said, just deal with the symptoms and manage the symptoms. So just kind of give. I got back on some medication that I was on before, and I wasn't on anymore. I had been on a few antipsychotics for a few different reasons. Some of them was Tourette syndrome and OCD. Some of it was impulsivity. So I wanted to, the antipsychotics essentially were probably suppressing the symptoms that I would have been having. So by going off of them, and possibly the Prozac would have, I don't know, it's possible, it's all theories at this point. The Prozac can induce mania in people who already have a predisposition to having bipolar. It's possible that the combination of stopping my antipsychotics and with starting the Prozac might have been something that caused this weirdness. We're basically just dealing with symptoms. So I don't know. He said that basically if it continues, so if I slip into mania or hypomania again, then he will have to diagnose me. But I think he's just crossing his fingers that it won't happen, which it's happened twice for a few weeks each time in the last several months. That's my last 2.5 months. So hopefully it won't happen again. Hopefully it's done now. I'm on medication to actually it's medication that would help with a few different things. It's for me it's Abilify, which isn't, so this isn't me recommending Abilify saying everyone take Abilify if you're in this situation. It's different for everyone. For me, I take Abilify. It helps with my OCD. It helps with my Tourette syndrome. It helps with so now, and it also now helps with the preventing over happiness and psychosis related to mania. So yeah, so I guess that's pretty much the update. Well, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. A little bit, yes and no. I am and I'm not in the whole it's not diagnosis thing, because what I want to do is know what it is. Obviously, I'm a curious person. But when it involves me, I like to research things that apply to me. So when something applies to me, like Tourette syndrome, I know about it. I know a hell of a lot about Tourette syndrome. I know a lot about OCD. So when something applies to me, I apply myself to figuring it out. And if I have whatever other diagnosis, I'd like to know what that is. But at the same time, my list of diagnoses is embarrassingly long. So I don't want to add another one. But at the same time, if it is, it is. So it's not like I'm adding it wouldn't be adding a disorder or whatever that I don't already have. It would be something that I have. So it wouldn't be like, let's throw this in for shits and giggles. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. I guess the optimism of it, maybe it won't happen again, is kind of nice. Yeah. So I'm gonna make another video following this one, and I'll see you then.